Esau take you through so many changes. They do. You know how you had them moments of where, today, y'all know to modern day, we have what is called, oh, hold on, wait a minute. The reason why I had to turn it, they had music back there at that furniture little place behind me. Starts with that A. Yeah. But anyway, man, y'all know today we have the modern day cards and stuff like that. Back in the day, like when they had, like when they would give you benefits and stuff, they just gave you more likely cash, or maybe they had something like food stamps. Y'all remember that? For those of you who been around, probably my age, maybe older, you see what I'm saying? Y'all remember that when they had the food stamps, right? They had the food stamps, the book food stamps. Um, it wasn't no such thing as no cards and all that kind of stuff. Everything was cash, cash, cash. But nowadays, it's like, have you ever just dealt with all? It's like some of it they make it impossible, like with the numbers and stuff, and you be like, man, look, I don't feel like fucking with this shit today. You be like, man, I don't feel like fucking with this shit today, going through all of the numbers and all this type of shit. You know, you just don't be up for all of that all the time, bro. But I want to say this here. This is a white supremacist society, and yeah, it's a white supremacist society. You can't even go around here, man. You can't even sit up at certain, just somewhere and chill. Sit up and just chill and have you a drink if you want to have a drink, because you're gonna have some of them Edomites. I mean, they're gonna come right there and they're gonna be like, uh, you're gonna have to move. You don't belong there. You this and you that. You don't belong here. And then when you go to, if you go to tell their ass off, they're gonna try to threaten you some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to threaten you some kind of way. When I say that Esau is evil, they are they by nature demonic. You could just be sitting down minding your own business. They come out in a fucking hateful spirit and tell you you don't belong here. Oh, they'll say, well, this is not your property. What I'm gonna tell them, well, first and foremost, your ancestors stole this land and made it possible for you to benefit off of what you coming at me against. You know, have you ever been somewhere and you just felt like you went somewhere and you just walked into the room and you just picked up a vibe that you wasn't welcome? Dealing with Esau, that's how I feel. You know, it's like being somewhere, but yet they are the ones that rounded up our people and brought them here to America. A lot of our people was in Spain. A lot of them were. They ran the Moors, the real Moors were black, and they took and ran them out of Spain, and a lot of them went across other countries like Turkey. in North America, North Africa, and all of that. And then some of them, a lot of them came from Spain on a slave ship over here. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, you enslave people, bring them to North America, South America, and America in general. But time, the people, that very people that they ancestors enslaved and stuff, you're not allowed to sit there. But it's y'all fault because y'all the one snatched our people, just like they snatched our people from the west coast of Africa and brought them to America. So it's really their fault. It ain't our fault because first and foremost, we didn't have, when they tell you go back to Africa and all that type of stuff, then I would hit them with this here. Well, first and foremost, do you know anything about history? Our people, what happened during the slave trade? What happened during the slave trade? When they come with that ignorant shit, talking about um, go back to Africa and all this type of stuff. And then look, don't think that we ain't forgot the part where some of these Edomites will try to fight you, just like they tried. The, what they'll do is, if a so-called black man is not around, some of them will come up and they'll try to take advantage of the so-called, well, those are the ones that, now you got a lot of the so-called black, our people. Some of them don't care, and some of them will go along with Esau. Some of them will even help Esau call up the the police, the so-called counterparts of the so-called white men or whatever. Some of them will help them do that. You know, some of them will help them do that. So it's like you stuck in the middle. Like now it bothers me. And like I said, I'm not saying that it don't bother me if I see one of our brothers or sisters being pulled over in the streets by a so-called white man or whatever. And in my mind, I'm like, what the? I said, oh my goodness, not again. Why did I have to pass through this shit? Like, it's like, and then I'm still mad and I'm still angry and I want to get mad, but then I have to calm down and realize that if you go over there getting involved in it, they gonna turn around and turn on you and take up for the slave owner or whatever. So I just say, you know what? I'm just gonna learn to stay out of that type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? Because our people they don't care. They will help Esau kill you. They will help him do it. So it's like, okay, it's like, fuck it, you know? I don't give a damn. But I'm gonna care about the people that just got their eyes open, you know what I mean? Because I'm gonna tell you now, I don't like no Uncle Tom. I don't like that. I don't like no, what's the word, the other word they used to use? House nigga. Yeah, I don't like them kind of people. I don't like them. I count them out. I count them as the enemy. I see them as the Caucasian people. I see them as the white man. You know, that's how I see them, to be honest with you. Yeah, I see them as them because they got that spirit on them. Yep. Have y'all ever? Let me describe to y'all another way how I feel right now about all this, about this and everything. You know what I'm saying? I also feel like, have you ever dated. Have you ever seen a dude? He said, "Man, look, uh, show me what you working with because I need to know that you fucking with me like that." You know what I'm saying? You know how dudes trying to date women and stuff, and you know how it is in our culture. Show me that you fucking with me because I don't want to feel like at the end of the day I'm being played. And you come to a conclusion and you realize that you've been played. This female plays you, right? That's how it feel. You like, damn, she really didn't love me like that. She really was fucking around on me with another dude. You know what I'm saying? And when you come to a conclusion and realize that you feel stupid, it's like you feel like you done been played. You feel stupid as hell. You know what I'm saying? Because you really realize that you've been you've been played, you've been downplayed. Like damn, and you feel like you've been robbed of your passion. You had this love for this female, and you just got straight dogged out. You just got they be like, man, you got straight played, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how it feels. Like, and then being in the society amongst the enemy like this, and it feels like you feel like you here, but you feel like, damn, man. Now I feel stupid walking out here in this motherfucker. You feel stupid, like man, damn. I feel stupid walking out here in this motherfucker. I feel like I'm being stupid, and I feel like I'm being played because our people is help making us, even though we are wise and we are we are conscious of all of this here, and that's what the word conscious means. The word conscious just simply means to be aware. And the people that's aware, they actually making it seem like it's harder for us. It's harder down on us because those of our people that are conscious, they're they are. We got to look out for them too. We got to watch. You can't trust them. Like the Bible says, never trust thy enemy, right? You can't really trust your own kind because your own kind it's against you with Esau. You know, your own kind is really against you with Esau. So it's like, okay, now you got two double demons you got to look out for. You got two double demons you got to look. You got to sit here and look out for. You definitely got to look out against Esau. You see what I'm saying? And then you got to look at our people because our people are trained just like they hate you just as much as the enemy do. Yeah, they hate you just as much as Esau do. The only time I actually really deal with Esau if I'm going in the store, I'm purchasing some items or something, and they ring. You know how they go? They ring you up. You just happen to just go through the line, and they just ringing you up, and then they say that'll be such and such, that'll be $6, and so, so it's such and such, and that's the only time I'm dealing with. And they may say something like something simple as, "Do you want this in a bag or whatever?" Sometimes, most of the time, I don't say, no, I just shake my head. Or sometimes I just say no. Or sometimes I say yeah. When I don't really be wanting to say anything. You see what I'm saying? Most of the time, when I don't feel up to talking, especially most of the time, I just take my stuff, or I just say, give a signature. Man, give me my stuff. Get up out of there. I don't want to talk or something like that. That's the signature I give them. Being honest because I don't even like looking at them really. So when they come up to me, let's just say if they walk up and just say, uh, like harassing, what's your name? Like, because it had happened to me before in the past. And I would look at them and I would say, "What's going on?" That's how I look at them. Like, what's going on? Like, what is you talking about? What is you asking for my information for? What, like, what's going? You just coming up out the blue, and you just gonna come up here and just ask me my information? Like, what's going on, or something like that? You know, I ask them, like, what's going on? That's my way of saying I don't know you, and I don't want to talk to you. Yeah, I don't want to talk to you. Like, what is you coming to me asking me this for, or that for? Like, my way of saying what's going on. You don't know me, and I don't know you. You know. But I mean, I guess that's all I had to say on this topic here. But I was just saying, that's just the way that I feel sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't feel like these, not like I mentioned the card, these food stamp cards and all these things, like as far as money card, whatever you want to call them, benefit cards or whatever you want to call them. And it's like in your mind, like, man, I don't feel like being bothered with all this. Sometimes you just wake up and then, like, if you want to know about the balance and all that stuff of your cards and stuff like that. Sometimes you just don't. You wake up one day, you be like, man, look, I'm not in the mood for that today. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the mood to be going through all them different codes and all the different this and that and the third. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just want to just get straight to the horse and the rock. Sometimes you don't want to be sitting there going through all them different. See, Esau and them, they kids, they used to all of that. Yeah, they used to that. They used to like going because they learn how to work. They run the world at 9. They kids run the world at 11 and 12 and 13. You see what I'm saying? And they done finished college by the time they done made 15, you know? Because they live in a society where everything is easy for them and they control everything. You see what I'm saying? They control every single thing, the educational resources, the resources of food, the resources of like school supplies, the resources of like house authority. I mean house land resources. They hold it all and they control everything. You see what I'm saying? They do. They control every bit of it. So um you dealing with cards and numbers and stuff and stuff like that. It's like, man, I don't feel like going through all that. Giving your 8-digit birthday, 2-digit this and 2-digit that, and da da da, 7 numbers here, then 20. No, sometimes you be like, nah, I don't want to fool with that today. Somebody told me, they had an elderly woman told me just today. She said, well, you got to learn. She was telling her son, no, she was telling her son that, my bad. She was telling her son, well, you got to learn how to do something like you're going to be on your. They got some music over there. Somebody booming some like some music sound. So that's why. But anyway, she told her son today. She said, "Well, you got to learn how to do it. You're gonna be on your own one day." And he said, "Well, you feel like you can do this here because you feel like I'm stuck in bondage and I can't do no better or whatever." And he said, "Well, I just have to just deal with it then. I just miss out and get." And he said, "How you put it? Uh, I just have to be taken advantage of because I'm not gonna make a fool of myself all the time, every day, going through them damn numbers and trying to pull up this code just to see what I have on the cards and stuff like that." And what he said, it made sense to me. He told her that. He said, "Well, I'm just in a situation. I just won't give a damn about none of it." You know what I'm saying? It's like he cut her to all of the points. Like said, "Well, I don't give a damn. Do what you want because you're gonna do what you want anyway." And like, well, that's the way they want you to do, so they take advantage. Well, they just want to do it, but they taking advantage of me anyway. That's how he put it. You know. Oh, another thing I want to speak on too. Um, a lot of people look back and they say, "Well, brother Peter or Clarence is speaking on all the stuff that he's speaking on. I'm looking for something to go down to where I'm gonna sit back and they sit back with binoculars and say, "Oh, that he was the you never thought he was involved in that, girl? That's that dude that put YouTube videos on the streets talking about Esau and how we are the you know what I'm saying? Oh, he did that, and then they want to put you in and they'll label you like and when you speak on something, they'll take your videos and they'll say something like, okay, we're gonna save a record of these videos. So if anything should ever go down, then we're gonna make a response. We're gonna make videos and we're going to like expose this person for this or that. People are evil, man. They look for that because we have a lot of that in this world, and it's just like when it's like what it is. They hold you to a higher standard. You see what I'm saying? Which you are doing that, you know what I mean? But you can feel. No, wait a minute. Should I say feel? I don't like using that word. You can sense and you can pick up vibes that everybody's sitting back, all eyes are on you. And it's like, okay, yeah, he put this good video out here. That ain't gonna hold up long. Okay, let me see what he put out here now. And then you fall, then you get in that situation. They're like, mm, I knew that nigga wasn't hitting on shit. No way. Talking about he for goddamn conscious and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Man, that goddamn nigga ain't no conscious dude, man. Look at what he was saying. Look at all this shit, man. Oh man. And they're like, oh man, that dude is on the news. Oh man, I never thought. You know what I'm saying? You actually have people sitting back, just sitting there waiting, like, okay, conscious community exposed. You know what I'm saying? This is how people think. Or some people actually sit back and hope that you fall, so they can, okay, I'm gonna rejoice in this downfall. Yeah, that's what they do. Oh yeah, think they done shit. It was some music down there. I don't know if nobody still can hear it. Yeah, but usually when you find people like that, some of them will come in, watch the video, and if you say something that may hit close, hit what they doing, then they gonna get guilty and they gonna click off your video. Cause more than likely you didn't expose some shit what they was thinking in their head. Not all the time. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, it's something to pay attention to. Because you never know the real reason why people come to your channel and watch you. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But it's like, okay, we're gonna hold you to that now. Or whatever. But that's what people does, man. Yep. Yep. It's like your whole life is a target, you know? And think about this too. Think about this too. If a so-called white man, I'm gonna say it like that, come in our hood and do something wrong to one of us, notice our people will still be light on him. You see what I'm saying? But if one of us do something against each other, in the hood, terrible at just a heinous act of crime, you'll find our people is programmed and conditioned is to have knives, guns, and everything else crowded in your apartment. But if Esau does that same thing, right? The same thing, you're gonna have a lot of our women. They're gonna go to feeling sorry for him. That everything they're gonna go to feeling sorry for him. Oh no, don't do that. He was mistreated as a child. Don't do this. And oh no, don't do that. Don't do this and that. Defend them and take this call. Defending them, uh, trying to make excuses for him, taking up for him. That's what it's called. It's called taking up for him and making excuses for him. But for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, do you think that we are going to take up for each other and uphold each other like that? Nope, not at all. Mm-mm. But they'll do it for Esau. Esau will get that pass, and I mean, it won't be nothing for him to get that pass. Oh yeah, Esau definitely will get that pass, no shadow of a doubt. Hmm. Yep. No shadow of a doubt. Esau gonna get that pass. And excuse me, they train our people to be like that. They train our people are very much trained. Because notice, if you do something, or you in the store, let's say you debating with Esau in the store, or you debating with a Caucasian person in the store. If a lot of our people are there, especially if they are sell out Uncle Tom's, right? If they're sell out Uncle Tom, they're gonna jump in it. They're gonna get in it and be like, "Excuse me." They ask you to leave the store. If you don't get out, I'm gonna call the police for them. Instead of coming on and to the person who's been oppressed, their own people, and being oppressed like them, they're gonna go on their side. Yeah, that have actually happened to me before. And then that's me being the person that I am. I told her straight up. I said, "You are the slave to these very you defending the very people that put your ancestors and my ancestors in slavery. But do you think they'll come to your rescue like that? Yeah. Do you think they'll come to your rescue like that and rescue you and go against their own, go against they not gonna nearby even look at you as a so-called black woman. They not gonna even look at you if you're in trouble. I tell you what, you go through their family members and do something violent like the most so-called Edomite women be doing, white women be doing. You see what I'm saying? And see, don't they give you the same pass as they give a so-called white woman, black woman, so-called black Hispanic Native American woman? See, don't they give you the same pass and that same upper? See, don't they give you that same pass? More than likely, I guarantee you don't get that same pass. But you coming up, you going against me, and you on the side of your enemy, and you're willing to take and feed your black, Hispanic, and Native American man to an enemy. You're willing to take and feed me to the lions. While I spend our poor time uplifting you, but you are defending the enemy against me. Yeah, you defending the enemy against me. and they ain't doing nothing but laughing at you, making a fool out of you. Yeah, and that is very, very disgusting to me, and I don't like that. And they are that way. A race of people that wouldn't even look at you if you got in trouble like that. Like you got these so-called white like, oh, did y'all hear about that? I think somebody was telling me about it about a couple of days ago. They said that this so-called white woman was sleeping with this so-called little black young man since he was about 13. Now today I think they say he's 17, right? And she ended up, from what I heard, I haven't looked at everything. I'm just going by what I heard because I don't look at that new I don't look at the supremacy white supremacy news like that. I just don't. Uh they said, did you hear about that? I said, no. I said, oh, I didn't know that. So they was looking at it and they saw what they said they had her in jail. I said, yeah, right. That's just a cover up. You know what I'm saying? And they say she's actually pregnant by the young man. The young man is 17 today, like I said. Now, think about this. I want y'all to think about this for a minute. And that's why I say the so-called black woman, they taking up for this uh they taking up for this so for them, you see what I'm saying? Like that in that way against their own people. But think about it. Let's revert, which our women don't have is not don't they don't they, it's like we're different from them. We have different characteristics from them. But I'm just making an assumption. Um, if a so-called black woman was involved in something like that, and it involved her being, let's say, a grown black woman, right? A so-called grown black woman versus a, a so-called European child, young, young European, young man or young boy, or whatever. Do you think that they would treat that so-called black woman the same as they treat that so-called white woman for the white woman taking advantage of a young so-called black teenager? Do you think that it would be the sentence would be the same, or do you think it'll be different? We are all off the rip. We know that wouldn't be the same like that. You see what I'm saying? Because that's not the characteristics of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You see what I'm saying? That's not our characteristics. You see what I'm saying? Our characteristics are a bit different. You see what I'm saying? And that's what separates us. Now, of course, our people been, we adopted, our people then adapted to their way, the European way, and all that kind of stuff. And so you have that. So just imagine what I'm saying here in this society. We are being handled more for crimes like something like that versus them being handled for crimes like that. You see what I'm saying? They are with they people when they people do something like that. They say, oh well, maybe they may need some treatment. They may need to get uh, uh some some management classes, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Uh, they need to go to into a hospital for a couple of months and get treatment and all that kind of stuff. And before you know it, within about 6 months or less than 6 months, they back out on the streets. Why you or us, they'll throw a book at you and be like, give you 25 years, 35 or 40 years to life, or they gonna say not only that, death penalty, or they'll say a death penalty for a so-called black woman. You see what I'm saying? That's what they do. This is breaking down the double standards in slavery here in America, the way that our slave owners are. You see what I'm saying? Just like today, these are modern day slave owners, and don't think that they don't have the same hatred as their forefathers, because they do. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. When you start breaking down the logic of of these people and stuff like that, then that's what they do. They are a lot of people, when you come in on the enemy like that, be like, oh, this is too much, you know. But they're not going to do the same thing when it comes to you. No, they're not going to do the same thing. No, it's not going to be the same. So I'm gonna come back and we're gonna talk a little. I just thought that that was on my mind. It started off with the food stamp thing, you know what I'm saying, and with the cards and stuff like that. It's very difficult for you, and you sitting there messing. You be like, man, I don't want to be sitting there be fooling with them numbers like that. Hell no. You see what I'm saying? And it just goes to show you how harder they make it, even for the slaves here. You know, it just goes to show you how hard they make it for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know, and anything that God hates, I hate it. Anything God loves, I love it. I love what God loves, and I hate what God hates. If God hates it with a passion, then I hate it with a passion too. If He tell you to keep the commandment, if He say keep the commandments and all of that, then that's what I agree with. I'll do that. 1,080%. You know, if He say keep the feast days, then that's what I want to struggle to try to do. Like, damn, I want to be like that. So let me get up out of here, y'all. I'll be back with another video. Let me get up out of here. I'm gonna see y'all in the next slide. All right.